Welcome back to the Upper Tier podcast, the first night one of World Cup 2026. We're going to bring you the watch along, of course, Mexico versus South Africa to kick things off. Just saying Salma Hayek there after doing a great job revving up the crowd and stuff like that. We're getting the parade of the flags now, the national flags all around the center circle now. Looks absolutely fantastic. What a historic stadium, the Azteca Stadium as well. Fabulous history in there. Pele won a World Cup there. Maradona won a World Cup there. Remember the hand of God, of course. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. But steeped in history. They reckon there's about 90,000 people there at the moment. Place is supposed to be packed to the rafters. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Give us your predictions in the comments. What do you think? How do you think this is going to go? Do you know what I'm really interested to see, folks? And make sure you're subscribing to the channel, of course. Hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video and smack up that hype button as well if you want. I'm really interested to see how some of these new rules play out tonight, because this will be the first time some of these players will have experienced it. So, the red card for the hand over the mouth talking, leaving the field to protest the referee's decision, all that kind of stuff. Some of that we don't expect to happen tonight, but I want to see how VAR works and the timing of substitutions and players leaving the pitch and how they will address that. We've obviously got the water breaks, supposed to have faster offside technology, lots of stuff. The ref will have a body cam on them, all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be the first game, and it'll be interesting to see, both from a referee's point of view and also from the players' point of view, how both of them adjust to the new rules and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of VAR stuff going on. We know that the refs have been brought up to speed and trained up on these new rules that have come in for this World Cup. Of course, because they were all supposed to meet up in Miami and get trained, and of course, Omar Atan got sent back home and stuff like that. But good news today that UEFA have nominated him to referee the Super Cup. So that's really, really cool. So at least there's something there. UEFA being seen to do the right thing and throw a bit of shade at FIFA, of course. But make sure you're subscribing to the channel, folks. Hit the bell notification button. Drop a like on the video. We're going to bring you through the next 2 hours or so, I would imagine. All its glory and its pomp and stuff like that. The other thing that I think is really, really cool, what they're going to do as well is, instead of the players lining up the way they usually line up with the starting 11, apparently is it 25 players or 22 players? I'm not too sure, whatever it is. But the whole squad comes out at the start of the game and they all line up around the centre circle, which I think is really, really cool. I like that as a touch. But let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think about the new rules, how they're going to enforce them, what way you see they're going to go down. There's going to be 3-minute cooling breaks and all that kind of stuff. And all the way they're going to deal with injuries and tackles and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really, really cool to see how this all fleshes out. My concerns from the preview and stuff like that. Big up, Bino. Hope you're good, brother. World Cup starts now. It certainly does. We have 30 days ahead of us. It's going to be non-stop. And you can see there on the left-hand side, folks, that's the first 4 watch-alongs we're going to be doing. On top of that, I think we're going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow night for Shells versus Shamrock Rovers as well. Take a little break from the World Cup because I didn't see any fixtures yesterday within my time frame that looked appealing at all. So we're gonna go with Shells versus Shamrock Rovers tomorrow night, big Dublin derby. So we're just getting the so let us know what you think. He certainly does, he certainly does, and he didn't even have to buy a ticket. How nice is that? We need to absorb this atmosphere tonight as well, because this is probably going to be, apart from, I suppose, the final, this is probably going to be the most packed stadium, I would imagine, in this World Cup. Just my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts. I don't think we're going to see another stadium bar, the Azteca, that has 90,000 people in there, What are we thinking? The lineups, of course. Let's go through the lineups. Mexico, the home team, going with a 4-1-4-1. They are the host themselves, Canada and the USA. So we got Rangel in goals. We got Reyes, Montes, Vasquez, Gallardo, Lira in the 6. He's going to be protecting from the counter and all that kind of stuff. Alvarado, Gutierrez, Fendalgo, Quinones, and Raul Jimenez up front, who we would be very familiar from the Premier League. South Africa playing a 3-5-2. We got Williams in goals. We got Sabisi, Ocon, Mobokazi. I'm going to try and pronounce these properly. Maudu, Sid Hole, Mokoena, Adams, Modiba, Rainers, and Foster. Hope I did a good job of them. Hope I didn't butcher them too much. Let us know your predictions in the comments. Let us know what way you think it's going to go. We know with Mexico, who obviously the fans will expect the big thing, home nation. There'll be a lot of pressure on them to go out and perform tonight, get the job done tonight and stuff like that. But if South Africa can hold this early on, it might get a little bit tetchy. And we know at times this Mexican crowd can like turn on their team if it's not going the right way and stuff like that. So let's see how that's going to play out as well. That's going to be very, very interesting as well. So we're literally just about, it's saying here we're about 6 minutes off kickoff, but I don't think we're going to be 6 minutes off. No, sorry, 9 minutes off kickoff. So I don't know, but you know they can clear these pitches pretty quick and all that stuff. Anto, big up my brother. How are you? Big up Niall. Nice watch along for the World Cup starter match. The opening ceremony was good. It was very, very good. All the pomp and stuff that goes with it and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Look at that stadium, folks. Some would argue if you follow your world history and your world football, there's not too many stadiums in the world more historic than the Azteca Stadium. That's for sure. But yeah, let me know what matches you're looking forward to, all that kind of stuff as well. And don't forget, folks, QR code up on the left-hand side there. It's for the World Cup Fantasy League. So you can join the league, but also that's if you want to make the payment, if you want to be in on the payment and not just in it for the fun. It's €10, man. Winner takes all. Enter your team in. The league is there. If you want to send the payment, that's the payment straight to Dino's Revolut. Dino's looking after the payments and the allocation of the prize and all that kind of stuff. He does all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm sure each week he'll give us an update. We get an update off Dino as to where the fantasy league is at and stuff like that, where everyone's at and stuff like that. Mexican fans, yes. The history is sensational. It's all about, isn't it? It's really all, you know, they really do say football is nothing without fans, isn't it? The fans at the World Cup do be absolutely sensational. They're absolutely rabid and they get into it and the colour and all. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these African teams that are in at this time and stuff like that. Now, fans are going to be absolutely sensational. Just hope everything goes off as planned and there's no trouble or anything like that. Hope it's going to be really, really good. And this feels like a game fitting to open the World Cup, doesn't it? Mexico versus South Africa in the Azteca Stadium. Going to be absolutely massive. I'd say the atmosphere in here is going to be sensational tonight, folks. What a stadium. It's another stadium probably have to put on the bucket list, isn't it? I need to go see the San Siro as well because I know it's getting torn down in the year. So San Siro's on the list at the moment. But I think if you're a football fan, you have to try and go and see a game in the Azteca, don't you? Be absolutely sensational. Listen to that. Look at that. Let's go. Listen to the crowd. Look at that. It's hard to talk about it, isn't it? Because you just have to absorb it and take it in, don't you? Make sure you're smashing up the likes, folks. Get the likes smashed up. And if you see that hype button, it's to the right of that as well. If you scroll along, you'll see there's a hype button there. Smash up that hype button as well to get us out there as well. Eno's going with a 2-1 Mexico full time. Let us know your predictions, folks. Don't hide behind the chat. Get into the chat and get involved in the shows, and I'll really, really love to see what you're thinking at the moment. Here we go. We have the officials coming out. While you hear this when they say the players, it's going to explode. What a tune. What a tune. What a tune. Dave, you're in the chat there. The Chicago Bulls. What a tune. Michael Jordan. Are we waiting for CM Punk to walk out, Dave? Are we? Are we waiting for CM Punk to walk out? Historic tune. Historic stadium. Imagine being a player walking out there tonight, folks. Imagine being the likes of Raul Jimenez or Vasquez or any of those boys. I love this idea. I love this idea. I have to say, what just making this idea? The whole squad goes out around the centre circle. I absolutely love this idea. It's not often we big them up, but this is really, really good. Not too bad. Not too bad, Anto. You remember the shout with Spain? Very difficult, isn't it? He didn't like being questioned. Did you see the questioning yesterday at the press conference about what happened with the referee and all? He did not like that at all. It's taking the anthems. Hey, you hear this, lads? Awesome. Awesome. How nice, folks, is that Mexican jersey as well, with all that Aztec or whatever it is design on it and all. Absolutely amazing. Right, this is it, folks. This is it. Let us share your final thoughts in there. What did you make of that? Big up, rib shot. I apologize in advance for absolutely destroying your dream team league. Love it, love it, love it. Unreal, wasn't it? Unreal, unreal. Who's everyone's overall pick, by the way, folks? Who are we featuring? Are we all thinking France? Is France the team to beat? Two defeats in 50 years. Wow. In case you're wondering, folks, we're following it on RTE2, by the way, as well. What's a crack, Keto? Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. What'd you make at the start? Who are we going with tonight? Mexico tonight, I think, aren't we? Mexico tonight, I would think. This is what I'm looking out for tonight. How do these guys handle these new rules? Like, what do we think? If a guy puts his hand over his mouth, covers his mouth during a confrontation, it says to conceal abusive or discriminatory comments. But I mean, if he puts his hand over his mouth, how do you know if it's abusive or discriminatory comments? You know what I mean? That's the difficult one. But will they be brave enough? Will they issue a red card? Will they issue a red card? Will they enforce them? Norway, Dave, that's a show. How do you think they'll deal? How do you think they'll deal with the heat? Don't forget, folks, hit that bell notification as well. And just because YouTube has been a little bit dodgy these days, well, if you're going to watch these watch-alongs as well, go in and hit the bell notification on the actual watch-along as well, just to be sure, not just on the channel as well. Big up there, Spain to win, Brazil at my outsider. Spain to win or Brazil as an outsider. Shout. Think Brazil have enough, do we? Do we think Brazil have enough? Ribshot's in there as well, thinking Brazil as well. Do we think they have enough? What is it you're liking about Brazil that leads you to think that they would potentially win it? I don't know. I think that Brazil side there that we see is very, very mid. I don't think it doesn't hold the torch to a lot of Brazilian sides we've seen in the past, that's for sure. Spoke about it last night. Keith saying Spain to win it all. The team looks unreal. Does look unreal, doesn't it? Does indeed. Spain will go far. They will. They always do. They always do. They always do. It's going to be interesting. Who are we thinking? Is there going to be any surprises? What team are we thinking is going to get to, say, the quarters or the semis that we wouldn't expect? Could we see the emergence of one of the African teams again that are in here now and stuff? I don't know. Let's see what happens. That Mexican jersey is absolutely peak, isn't it? Look at it. That's a fantastic jersey. Raul Jimenez trying to lead his side. He's going to lead his side up front there. We know how potent he can be. Yeah, Ribshot, that's like I wouldn't be overly uncomfortable throwing my money on Brazil. Like what's the Brazilian front line gonna be? Is it gonna be what, Martinelli? No, Martinelli. Who else have we got? Rafinha, is it? Martinelli, Rafinha. I don't know. Rafinha obviously is quality, but she's is it Martinelli out there? I haven't looked at it close enough. I will look at it though. We're going to be covering it, Brazil versus Morocco. That's going to be a quality game, Brazil versus Morocco, isn't it? Brazil wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, you can't rule it out. Canada is a shout, isn't it, Ribshot? A lot of sleepers on Canada at the moment, isn't there? You know, Jonathan Tah, isn't it? Alfonso Davis. They've a little sprinkling in there. Now, listen, they drew with us the other night, and like, we're not amazing by any stretch, but right, we're about to kick off here. 104 games to go, folks. We're gonna try and bring you as many watch-alongs as we can. So we'll see. We'll do our best, but we'll also do little roundup shows and little shorts and all that kind of stuff. But we're about to kick off here, and we're off and running, folks. Listen to that crowd. That's where you hang on to the ball here now, and you calm the nerves down a bit. There'll be a lot of those boys out there now. There'll be adrenaline running through them. Yeah, settle into it. Mexico looking to hold onto the ball and dictate the narrative in this game. Serious patience here. Oh, ball well won. Ball lost. Here the Bills. Listen to those Bills, folks. Listen to those Bills. That's insane, isn't it? I was looking at who won the World Cup the most times. Brazil, 5 times. Germany. Yeah. Italy, yeah. Seen that all right. Had it last night. We had the slide last night on the show. Disaster for Italy increased from 32 to 48 teams. It still didn't qualify. Like the competition in Europe too much easily when you see teams like Curacao and Cape Verde, yeah. Italy has fallen off the map. Absolutely fallen off the map. I was only speaking about it. I was speaking about it on the preview show last night and all the Italian game at the moment. It's shocking the state of where it's at the moment, isn't it? When you think about how we viewed the Italian game, through the 90s and the 2000s and all, even further back, phenomenal teams and stuff like that. Free kick to Mexico here. South African jersey's nice as well, actually. Mexico here with a free kick on the right hand side. About 15, 20 yards out. Centre backs up for this. Oh, terrible. What were they thinking there? That was never on. Players in the 18-yard box. Never on. Never on. Remember how good Raul Jimenez was, folks, before that head injury? Oh, yeah. Oh, what a save. What a save by Williams for South Africa. Raul Jimenez finds himself empty in the box, running onto it, absolutely rifles it. What a strike. Didn't catch it quite clean enough, kind of came across a little bit, but serious save there from Williams. Corner on the left-hand side here for Mexico. Ball coming in. Punches it away again. Oh, good defending here. This is the risk now. This is where you need the boy Lira coming in here now on the cover. Real quick break here. Oh, he sold him the wrong way. Terrible pass. Sold him the wrong way, but what a save. Yeah, shocking free kick. Daz, what's the crack, brother? Hope you're good, pal. What a save, Anto. Yeah, super save. Super save. Yeah, Keith, I loved watching Italy back in the 90s and early to mid-2000s. Some amazing players. Buffon, Maldini, Pirlo, Baggio. We could rattle off 40, 50 players, couldn't we? Remember Battistuta and all in there and all. I know he wasn't Italian, but remember some of these players that lit up that Italian league at the time. Yep, Stam. This is where Mexico have to be really, really careful. Poor pass out. But this is where Mexico need to be really, really careful. This is where Lira is going to be pivotal for Mexico on the cover. Because this is how Africa are going to set up. They're going to set up on the counter. Yeah, there's going to be. I mean, you'd expect there's going to be a little bit of nerves there, Anto, wouldn't you? First game in the World Cup and stuff like that, and they're in, they're in the Azteca Stadium against Mexico. So, you're going to get a bit of nerves, aren't you? So, dealt with it well, though. Yeah, Dave. Super save, wasn't it? Super save. Nice strong hand palming it away. South Africa have to be careful here because if they try and open up too early, they could get punished real quick. Goal kick. Goal kick. Good call. Holland and Belgium is no. I don't have a watchalong. So I can check. I think the Netherlands and Japan, is that the one that's 11 o'clock on Saturday night? That's a late one for us, I think. One of them is 11 o'clock on Saturday night. I think Brazil and Morocco is the Monday, and I think Belgium and Egypt is actually, I think it's the Wednesday. I think it is. Holland is Sunday. Is it Sunday? Okay, so then one of them. Then Brazil and Morocco must be the late one then on Saturday night that we're doing. They're all up on the channel, Daz. If you click into the watch-alongs, you'll see the dates that are on them and the times now. I know one of them, I think 3 of them are all 8 o'clocks, and then I think one is 11 o'clock. It's a late one. I think the Saturday one is the 11 o'clock one. Scotland 2 a.m. Sunday morning. Yeah, I won't be partaking in that one. I'll be up before it though. I think is it Brazil and Morocco before. Dave will probably watch that one, I'd say. Dave's over in Edinburgh. You watching Scotland at 2 a.m. No. I'll be heading off to bed just before that. I'll catch the highlights of it though. Ball lost on the edge of the box, and it's 1-0 to Mexico. What a goal! Ball lost on the edge of the box. Wow. Quinones with the goal. 1-0 to Mexico. That'll get it going now. South Africa need to handle this now. This could open up big time. Quinones with the goal. Super goal. Losing the ball on the edge of the box. Picks it up. Moves. Shifts it to the right-hand side and rifles it in. I think it went in quite central as well, did it? Did it go in quite central? Ball played out to the edge of the box. Didn't seem to be any trouble at all. Poor touch. Loses the ball. Shifts it to the inside. Yeah, through the keeper's legs. Was it? Really well closed down on the edge of the box there. Super job there. Super job by Fidalgo to win the ball back. And then Quinones rifles it close to the keeper, right under, I think through the legs of the keeper. 1-0 to Mexico, the house. Not a chance. Ireland didn't make it. There we go. You're doing England ones, Niall, 9 p.m. kickoffs. Yeah, I will. If they're 9 p.m. kickoffs, definitely. Anything that's in around the time frame that works is all good. And if there's later ones, I might do later ones, on the Saturday, or maybe because I'm working on Saturday. So Saturday into Sunday, I can do a slightly later one, Yeah, super stuff. Lovely goal. Absolutely. Right, update. Here we go. Yeah, real nice goal. Great closing down from Fidalgo. And then Quinones rifling the shot close to the keeper, going through the legs. Really, really tough one. Not easy to save either. England versus Croatia next Wednesday. Tough game for England. I don't know. Is Croatia still the team that it was? Don't know whether Croatia's still that team that it was, Keith. Still be a tough game, obviously. You know what I mean? It won't be easy. Like, none of the games in the World Cup are generally easy. There's always teams will always lift their game and stuff like that. What have we made of England so far? I know they were playing a closed game down in Miami behind closed doors today just to get minutes into people's legs and all, but good win for them there last night. I think they won 3-0, wasn't it, in the end? Ran out 3-0 winners. 10 p.m. against Panama. Yeah, we'll cover. Anything that's in around 8, 9, or 10 we can cover. Assuming it fits, we don't have other, I'm not caught up on the wrestling ones or anything like that, but other than that, we'll cover it. We'll definitely cover it. And again, anyone who'd like to join me, if you want to jump on, or anyone who wants to share the fun of these watch-alongs, feel free to jump on, or if you want to jump on at half time and give a breakdown of what's happened so far and like that, whatever way you want it. England to get knocked out in the quarters. Interesting. Another corner here to Mexico on left hand side, 1-0 up. Quinones. Free header. Just got in underneath it. Keeper. Good hands, safe hands. Keith, you hate international football. What you doing watching? He's supporting his brother. England's defence doesn't look convincing. You think? I don't know. They have a lot of quality in there, Keith, haven't they? Who's in there? Stones, Gahey. Pickford in there as well. Pickford's a very good keeper, isn't he? And you would think of the likes of Pickford and all that, he would be the guy, like he'd relish, because he loves the shithousery, so he'll relish tournament football. He just kind of paused a little bit there, didn't he, on a Gutierrez? No. They are definitely a little bit nervous, aren't they, the South African side, even in their touch. Keep it tight though, and that can happen. Don't forget, folks, if you're watching us over on Facebook as well, drop over, smack a like on the YouTube, and then head back over to Facebook if you want, or jump into the chat here. You'll enjoy it. It's always good fun. Dave, I'm bored and I'm not watching Fair City. If that. Love it. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Tuchel selected his squad based on tactics, which I have a lot of respect there. Before, it was just picking big names for the sake of it. Anyone he left out, Dave, that you think he should have taken? And anyone did he take that you think shouldn't be there? There was a lot of questionables. Look at that. Look at that ref cam. There's the ref cam strike. Look at that. That's awesome, isn't it? We're in for a treat in this World Cup, aren't we? We're in for a real treat. That ref had the best view on the pitch, bar Quinones. He's been really active, hasn't he, Gutierrez? They switch into a trade there to release Vasquez. That's the tactics here. They're talking about Reyes switching more into a central defender. They switch to a trade to allow Vasquez to join the attack. Where we come from, we call it inverting. Palmer should be there. Cole Palmer. I think he had a poor season, Keith. He had a poor season, and he's still there's still injury issues there, I believe. I don't think even Chelsea fans would be touting that. I think Chelsea fans would prefer if Palmer went off, got sorted out, and comes back next season as the Cole Palmer that we know. He's been an absolute shadow of himself. Oh, he drew the foul there. See, he drew the foul. That might be a card. Yeah. There's your first yellow card of the World Cup, folks. McGuana. Gonna have to be careful now. Gonna have to be real careful. You look at the tactical setup here for South Africa as well. The theory was they were going to play with a 3-5-2. I don't think they're playing with a 3-5-2. If anything, they're playing with a 5-3-2. Yeah, I don't know. The graphic here shows me that they're playing with a 3. Their tactic is a 3-5-2. There's no way they're playing 3-5-2. They're sitting way too deep and trying to play counter football. Look at what they do when it breaks down. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think so, Keith. The only one I was questioning was the omission of Rio Engamoa. They brought him, didn't they, for the training and stuff and all. Yeah. Although I have to say, Dave, I don't think they would use him that much, and I would rather he takes a break and resets himself for the new season, has a good preseason and all, and to be traveling around the States and basically not being used. Yeah, he had a real poor season, and not his fault, because I genuinely think the boy is carrying something. He's carrying an injury that needs to be sorted. He's not playing anything near. Did he even play 70% of the Cole Palmer that we know? I don't think so. Are you surprised he didn't pick Trent and he picks Reece James over him? No. I think anyone with any ball knowledge at all would pick Reece James over Trent all day and every day on all day and every day and all day on a Sunday. Reece James gives you another smash. Good shot. Canone is now he's after getting the bit between the teeth here. He wants it. There's no way. Would you're picking Trent? There's no way I'm picking Trent over Reece James. I mean, you think about Reece James as well. Reece James can play in midfield. He's also very, very accomplished defensively. He has a great ball from a set piece. and he's really, really good going forward as well. Reece James is one of the most complete right backs, I would say, as a player. The only issue is over his fitness and can he stay fit. But I don't think Trent was ever in the conversation. Trent's had a real poor season as well. Like, he is, Dave, but they should be able to deal with that. Um, Great work on the video shorts, bro. There you go. What's happening, Dave? Yeah, the only thing I would say is Reece James. Yeah, I think because it's tournament football, he should be okay. Yeah, they should be able to keep him fit though. They should be able to keep him fit though for tournament football, unless he's on the end of a really bad tackle or something like that. But in general, and I mean they have a real good squad as well. So and that was nasty. When it felt a little bit delayed. The ref is all kitted out with the gear. He looks like something out of Universal Soldier or something, doesn't he? With all the gear wrapped around his head. But yeah, I think for me it's, and especially when it's Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is quite a regimental coach. You know what I mean? But Thomas Tuchel ain't gonna have like a freelancer, if you like Trent Alexander in there that just negates his defensive duties. They get caught out big time, especially when you start coming up in the later stages against the better teams, where you might get away with it during the likes of the Panamas of this world and stuff like that. You ain't getting away with that when you start getting into the Francis and James. Great ball in, cut out. It seems you get the feeling here, 22 minutes nearly gone here, 1-0 to Mexico, but you feel kind of, it's Roberto Carlos, is it? But you get the feeling South Africa, they've kind of settled a little bit now, haven't they? There's less panic. They're moving the ball around. The question is, will they have the quality to come back into this and get the opportunity? Ball over the top, keeper ball. Oh, what's the keeper doing there? Oh, you got to get the ball in when you get that opportunity. Mexico with the clearance. What was the keeper doing there? He got clipped in the ankle, all right. So yellow card for Gutierrez here. Seemed quite delayed. Did he clip him at the top? Let's have a look at this. Gutierrez with the yellow. So we've got Mokwena and Gutierrez now both booked. Smash up the likes, folks. Hit the hype button, all that good stuff as well, will you? See, Keith, the players you're naming are the names for the sake of it and to please the endorsees taking them along. Yeah, absolutely. Trent, Palmer, Maguire. Maguire's different, Dave. Maguire's different. I think Maguire definitely earned a spot there. You look at Maguire. When Maguire had that fall off at United, he literally rebuilt his career, saved his career through his international play and stuff like that. When you look at what Maguire does at both ends of the pitch in international football, he can score as well as defend really, really well. And he's the kind of guy as well who will absolutely put his body on the line. I have no problem at all if Harry Maguire went. I was actually quite shocked that Harry Maguire didn't go, especially what he offers both ends of the pitch as a defender. You go check out Harry Maguire's at international level. He's had some super performances for England. So Harry Maguire was a strange one for me, and especially when you're bringing a John Stones. Like you're bringing a John Stones who's barely kicked the ball this season. You know what I mean? There's Harry Maguire he's been at the forefront of everything that's been good, and especially during the Carrick era as well. You know what I mean? Go kick. Thanks some comments. Loving the tackles going in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's feisty enough out there, all right. It's feisty enough. What do you make of Germany? Hydration break, folks. What do I make of Germany? There's a lot to like about the German team. Um, the question is, do they have enough? Is there enough in there? You know, I'm not too sure where there is. I think if you compare it to France, I think it falls short in a lot of areas, doesn't it? But I mean, Germany will be in the shake-up. Interesting, interesting. It does look sick. I seen it today, Acers. I think we've a show going up later as well. Sean Mack was telling me there's a preview coming in for UFC Freedom. So you'll be able to check it out later. I'll put it up. If it comes in, I'll put it up right after the watch along. There's a couple of other bits to go up after the watch along as well. Everything's up bar those few bits really. But yeah. The question is, will the card justify the setting? So that's where the questions are coming from on it. Yeah, I think he botched the dive. Yeah, I think he got clipped and he just didn't get down quick enough or something like that, didn't he? And then he delayed the reaction to they called the ref, but it was definitely an ankle tap, wasn't it? Big up my man, just out of the cinema there. Mad question because I can't see it yet. What's the pitch like? Some of the stadiums looked in a jocker. No, the pitch. This is the Azteca Stadium, man. This is football royalty. This is the stadium you want the World Cup to kick off in. Phenomenal stadium, Brent. Phenomenal. This is a stadium steeped in history. Pele, Maradona. Unbelievable. Dave, just my opinion. I think Trent is better going forward compared to Reece James. But overall, Reece James is better all around defender. And you see, that's what Tuchel will look for. When Tuchel is picking his side and he picks his squad, he's looking at what your primary job is. Trent's primary job as a right back is to defend. And he doesn't do it very, very well. And he's had a really, really poor season at Real Madrid to the point where his own squad, his own team players have been laughing at him. Do you see what was it the third last game of the season or second last game of the season? Danny Carvajal was making jokes about Trent Alexander on the bench when he was being cut out and stuff like that. There's no doubt in Trent Alexander's ability going forward and stuff like that and all to deliver a pass and potentially score goals and all that kind of stuff. But Tuchel ain't that guy. Tuchel's not a risk taker. Tuchel's he's tactically very, very aware, but he's very astute in the way he does things. Bring on Benny McCarthy and Lucas Radaby. Yeah. Lucas Radaby, there's names. Remember those boys? McGregor in town for White House on Sunday night. That should be interesting. How confident are we that fight with Max Holloway goes ahead? If you had to give a percentage in the chat, because we know at times this all goes a little bit astray at times, but the boys are touted for the main event, International Fight Week. Max Holloway, Conor McGregor. What percentage do you think it goes ahead? Is it 70%, 80%, 100%? Do we get to this? I won't believe this fight's going ahead until the boys are in the octagon, to be honest. Next go on the break here again. Africa trying to get bodies back here. Left hand side here from Mexico. $29 minutes gone, folks. It's coming up to 29 minutes. Still 1-0. Still that Quinones goal on 8 minutes or whatever it was. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts, folks. What do you reckon? Does the McGregor fight go ahead? But what would England think of selecting Jordan Henderson over other players? He's terrible. Well, he's not terrible. So that myth has been set. Mexico on the edge of the box here. Shifts it. Shot blocked. Charge down. He's not terrible. The reason he's being brought, and I agree with Janto. I think if they wanted him there for the experience and all that kind of stuff, They probably could have brought him along as part of the coaching staff. But it's really, really important when you think a lot of the young players that they brought and stuff like that. It's really, really important to have that kind of lovely ball switched out. To have that experience there to be called upon if needed and stuff like that, and especially if you're in a game where you take the lead and you're down in the trenches and stuff like that. Jordan Henderson is the kind of safe head that you can bring on that can dampen things down a little bit, cut things out, and do really, really well. And Tuchel, that's what Tuchel likes. Remember, we're talking about Thomas Tuchel here. We're talking about the safe bet. We're talking about the guy, if he walks into a bookies, he puts the money on the favourite every time. But I don't have a problem with Hendo going at all. But I think if I had an option, I probably would have brought another player, and what I would have done is I would have brought Hendo as part of my coaching staff, maybe. I wouldn't even have him on the bench. Well, that's a stretch. He's had a decent season, Anto, with Brentford. He's been key in some of Keith Andrews' stuff, and earlier in the season he was playing really, really well. I don't know. I don't have a problem with him being there. Genuinely thought South Africa number 13 was called shithole, yeah. Yeah, shithole, yeah. No, WWE. You can talk about that and you want it to watch along, Chat about whatever you want, folks. Happy to talk about wrestling, UFC, football, anything you want. That's the beauty of a watch along. We don't have to have a narrative. We can talk about anything. Clock's still going. So is the hydration break added to the extra time? It does. I presume it does. The talk is they're going to have 3-minute cooling breaks, maybe held around the 22nd minute of each half. So you would imagine there's going to be a minimum of 3 minutes at the end of each half, just for the hydration breaks. Corner to South Africa, is it? No, came offside. You would assume. I think if South Africa are going to get anything out of this, it's going to have to come from a set piece or a corner or something like that. I think Mexico's football IQ is that they can sniff out a lot of stuff. That you're going to need a free kick into the box because they have a couple of big units in the team as well, so you're going to need a free kick into the box or a corner. So it's going to have to come from a set piece. I'm not too sure you will see South Africa do anything just in open play, to be honest. And that's my thinking. 25%, Acers, that's what you reckon? 25% that it happens? Yeah, I'm not sure. Campos 1994 goalkeeper kit is best ever World Cup kit. Shout. What was your man's name? Who played in goals? Was it for Colombia? Who did that crazy save in Wembley? Valderrama, was it? Was it Valderrama or something like that? Remember he had the big blonde hair. I remember he went down. He did like the kip up and he hit it out with his heels and all mental stuff. Africa certainly coming into the game here, edge of the box. See, that's where they fall down. What a great opportunity there. Real wasteful that there. They had a real good opportunity there, didn't they? Yeah. There's 3 Mexicans unmarked the far side and they're not playing it across right yet. Now they play right. The man must be watching the podcast. There we go. See, South Africa here tried to open up now. This is where things will open up for Mexico. Play through the lines and stuff like that. Good tackle. Spot on, Anto. Smash it up, folks. Smash up those likes if you're in there. England cricket captain Ben Stokes dropped after nightclub shenanigans. Ben Stokes, sorry, not Stones yet. Just thinking that. Gas.rt have shown all games in the World Cup since 1978 in Argentina. It's mad, isn't it? Mad. Here we go. Oh, good save. Good save. Keep her down, sniffing out the danger. Three players on the edge of the box. 1995 against England, Wembley. Yeah, Aces, wasn't it? Remember? What a save. Like, it was just to even do that. Like, imagine having the balls on you to do that. It's the next game at 3. I think the next game is. There's only one game today, isn't there? Am I right? Let me check, Fianto. I think there's. You might be right now. I'm not too sure, but I will have a look for you, brother. I will have a look. You're right, actually. 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, South Korea versus Czechia, which would have been our game. That would have been our game, 3 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow morning. Yeah, absolutely. Spot on. Spot on. What else we got tomorrow? I didn't say nothing. Canada's the 8 o'clock game against Bosnia and Herzegovina, but I think, and then 2 o'clock USA versus Paraguay. But we're going to be covering Shells versus Carlos Valderrama. Yeah, we're going to be covering Shells versus Shamrock Rovers. Not sure if Dave, you coming over for that Shells game? Are you back over here for Shells? Shells are home, aren't they? I think. Carlos Valderrama, yeah. Mental. Remember saying it's unbelievable. Wow. Catch the second half or something. Yeah, 2 more opening ceremonies, USA and Canada. Yeah. I'm here for it. Yup. Absolutely. 100%. They've kind of come into it a little bit, haven't they, South Africa? Like, first 15, 20 minutes was really all Mexico. Now they come in. See, they big guys up there as well. If they can get some, get a few set pieces or a few corners, they might be able to do a bit of damage. That's a real good save by Williams. South Africa trying to up the tempo a little bit. Keeper collects. You're back over for the dive, are you? Maxwell switching the ball here. Right from wing to wing. Yeah, the atmosphere tomorrow night will be electric, won't it, in Talca? That's why I kind of said I'd rather cover it, to be honest. You know? So, yeah, I haven't put it up. I haven't put it up on the channel yet, folks, but we'll probably do a watch along for Shells versus Rovers. Dave will probably give us a couple of shorts as well, because Dave's obviously going to be there for announcing. He'll be doing stadium announcing. I am. Yeah, there you go. Great weekend of football for you, Dave. Kicking off here, the opening of the World Cup, then you're back for Shells versus Rovers. Can't believe the cocaine can gave away Forbidden Door main event result in a 6v6 steel cage match with Briscoe team win. Don't get me started on Dynamite. Really don't get me started on Dynamite. I'm losing my fucking mind at this stage. I couldn't even bring myself to do anything on it today. It's fucking insane what they're doing. How do you go from double or nothing to that? Like, someone explain that to me. Did you see even the way? Did you see even the way like these things come together? Like, what was the story there? Even with that Don Callis family versus the conglomeration and all, like the whole thing is just fizzy, really, isn't it? The whole thing is just fizzy. Football players these days don't realise they're against the clock. Against the clock. I know we watch the Premier League, League of Ireland, and other ones, but there is always something special and a buzz for the World Cup. Watchalong defo adds to it. Yeah, it does. It does, absolutely. It does. And I enjoy doing them, Anto. I really enjoy doing them. I enjoy people's company and all, and it's always a lot of fun. And it's great to hear different people's opinions and stuff like that as well, which is great. So it's great to see the reactions as well and stuff. Just a shame we're not in it. I do think South Africa turned too slow when they received the ball. They do, yeah. Yeah, they allow. And the thing about Mexico is even like the quality of the Mexican team, they don't even. Oh, feel here Mexico now just trying to turn it up a bit. They've probably recognised that South Africa coming back into the game a little bit. Mexico trying to forge an opening here now. Edge of the box, right hand side. Trying to draw South Africa out. Lovely switch ball. Dealt with. Lovely ball in. Oh, and another great save. Didn't get the touch. Didn't get the touch. Williams and two minds didn't know whether to go, where to stick. Waited to see. Yeah. Another good one. Yeah, he didn't get the touch on it. Keeper had to look. Keeper wasn't sure. Jimenez had to go touching that. Probably went left hand side. Would have been 2-0. Really good goalkeeping there. Really good goalkeeping there. Waited and knew that he had the reaction in him. He's a tidy goalkeeper. I know he was unlucky for the goal. Deflection. Mexico in the box. Switching it. Oh, off the post. Gutierrez off the post. Pressure here on South Africa now. Mexico tried to turn up the screw here on them. Free kick, South Africa. Lovely ball working around the box there from Mexico. Unlucky. Hits the post. Gutierrez. Oh, just tried to side foot it into the near post. Referee cam here. This referee cam is great, lads, isn't it? It's like a game of FIFA, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. I remember Luis Hernandez in '94 for Mexico, one of my favourites. I remember the Mexico. When was the last time? Was it 82, was it? When it was in Mexico last time. And I remember my dad years ago used to race greyhounds and he used to send greyhounds over to the UK to race and stuff like that. And we were over there was 4 or 5 dog meetings, so we were going to be there for about 10 days. And I remember the World Cup was on and it was just the atmosphere was electric. We were staying in Birmingham and the dogs were racing in Wolverhampton. And it was the first time I ever went on an aeroplane. I flew on an airplane over to Birmingham with my dad, and they won a couple of big races over there and pulled off a few nice betting strokes. That's all I'll say. But that was it. I think it was 82. Was it? It definitely was 82, wasn't it? Been a long time since Stephen Pienaar ran the show for South Africa. Been a long time since Stephen Pienaar. 86, was it? 86 then. Yeah. 86. I was 14. Giving away my age. This Canones fella is looking very good. He is. The boy Williams in goal as well, Teddy. Ain't too shabby, sure he's not. I know he was going to got caught for the goal very close and stuff like that, but he's done well apart from that, hasn't he? This is where South Africa can do something. Oh. Hand of God. Yeah, hand of God. There was fucking war. War. It was my first time as well. We were kind of staying on a farm in Birmingham with friends, and it was a proper farm and all. So I used to, do you know what I used to do? Terrible thing. I was only a kid, of course, but I used to. They used to have like chickens and all, so they had like baby chicks and stuff like that. Now we used to have to go and collect the eggs in the morning and all. It was real farm life. Really enjoyed it actually. Good trip with the dad, good memories and all. But I remember I used to, if you picked up a chick, don't know if you've ever been around chickens and hens and a rooster and stuff like that. No, they had this big rooster there, big rooster. And if well done, Williams, really good again. But if you picked up a chick and the chick started like, making noise, the rooster come flying across the farmyard at you. You know what I mean? It got to a stage where we were kind of playing a little bit of a game, you pick up a chick and you go, tweet, tweet, tweet. The next thing, the rooster come flying at you. Mad. Real possessive, this rooster. I'm getting Italian 95s from Mexico's jersey. Yeah. It's a lovely jersey, that Mexican jersey. Real nice jersey. 4 minutes, folks. 4 minutes added on. I don't get overly fussed about that, to be honest. I don't. Maybe it's just because I love football, and because I love football, I don't get caught up in it that way. Yeah, I get it, Anto. I get it. I do love the new order one. I love the one. I do like the one. I love the one with John Barnes and all. Yeah, it wasn't a red rooster now. This lad had a big black chest on him with a big orange head on him, like you come across. Deflection. Well done, keeper. Yeah. I wouldn't have ran away from Terry Taylor. I would have tripped him. But yeah, you want to see the size of this rooster, man. You want to see him move. And of course, me being like 13 or 14 or whatever it was, I was kind of like just acting the mick all the time, you know what I mean? But it was funny. It was funny. Smash up the likes, folks, and hit that. If you have that hype button option there as well, hype it up as well, folks, if you can. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us as always. It's going to be a long month, isn't it? It's going to be a long month for content. Here's me thinking I was going to have a little bit of a break. No such chance. Keep the grind going. The grind is always going. It's a corner, no? Should have been a corner. That should have been a corner. I think there's another name for a rooster, isn't there, Noah? You reckon it was a big black one? Where's the hype button? I think if you go across, isn't it? I think if you go across, it should be there. You know where the like and all, where it says more? If you go across more, I think there's a hype button there. If you come out of the chat, I think, as far as I know. Yeah, it should have been a corner, all right, Anto. They'll be sick now if Mexico score here. Oh, wide open. Oh, just kind of scuffed it. Did it get a deflection now? Gutierrez, he has had some amount of opportunities tonight, hasn't he? This lad could be filling his bags. Oh, I think he was in tail mines. I don't think he knew what he was doing. Was he trying to just toe poke it? Yeah, he was trying to just toe poke it. He just made up balls with. He's had a couple of chances, Gutierrez. I'm sure when they go into the dressing room in Mexico, they'll be having a word. He could be out of sight here now. This could be 3 or 4 at this stage. Some really good chances. Still 1-0, which is always a dangerous scoreline. Not getting near that, mate. South Africa coming out of the game now, just a little bit disjointed. And hope for a real good second half. There we go, folks. Half time. Catch you on the flip side, right? Looking forward to next Friday morning Premier League fixtures release. Yeah, 10 a.m. Absolutely. I'll probably go live. I'll probably what I'll do is I might do a live. I'll see can I do a live in the shop, but the laptop in the shop is crap. So I might do is I'll shoot a video on it. I'll shoot a video reaction on it when I digest it and all. So yeah, half time, 1-0 to Mexico. Quinone is on 8 minutes, I think it was. Mexican fans look like great crack. They do. Although they wouldn't be great crack, Anton, now if it wasn't going their way. If it was 1-0 to South Africa now, you'd see a very different Mexican fan base. But yeah, back to you shortly, folks, right? Welcome back, folks. What are we thinking so far? First half. Do they make changes? So, oh, it's afterwards, is it, Ted? Afterwards, you hype it up, is it? I haven't got a clue. It only came onto it there the other day when we got the go ahead on the monetization. So I hadn't really even looked into it. But if you feel, folks, go into the other videos and slap it up if you want. Players on their way back out. Say tacos, burritos. Cost a fortune in that stadium for supporters. It costs a fortune in this country, for Christ's sake. Near alone that. Comfortable enough, isn't it, so far from Mexico, really? You know it's warm there when the Mexican players are coming out with ice packs. Who's been the standouts, folks? Who have we looked at so far as being the standouts? Quinones looks decent. Gutierrez looks decent. In fairness, even though they're 1-0 down, I think the boy Williams has done really well for South Africa in nets as well. He's really kept them in it. They could be 3 or 4 down. Absolutely. Just about to kick off here. Second half's just kicked off, folks. Where's the Dazzler? The Dazzler won't be with us tonight. He's working. He's working. He is coaching the next generation of hopefully world-class tennis players in this country. So he's caught up tonight. He won't be finished till, I think he's finishing at 9 tonight or just after. So by the time he gets home and everything else, it'll be nearly 10 o'clock by the time he's had a bite to eat now. So he won't be joining us tonight. Oh, 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 that Gutierrez lad, he likes a shot, doesn't he? He likes a shot. Should be 2-0. Should be 4-0. Gutierrez, he's very clever, isn't he? He's that player that kind of arrives just on the edge of the box pretty late. Let's have a look at this. Should have shot there, shouldn't he? Should have smashed that into the far corner. This ref cam is quality, isn't it? Yeah. Dazzler in training camp for Wimbledon. 100%. Coming up next month, isn't it? Darren will probably do a show. We'll probably get Darren to do a video or something for Wimbledon, giving us his thoughts and stuff. Am I right in thinking, from what I heard, some of the tournaments recently, a lot of high-seeded players have been going out in relatively early stages in tournaments? Did I hear that over a number of times? Some of the women as well. I don't follow tennis close enough. Phenomenal sport, but I don't follow it close enough. But I thought I'd been hearing in recent competitions that some of the bigger seeds had been crashing out early enough. Was I listened to a women's one there last week? They were saying a number of the bigger seeds had been going out. Wimbledon's next week, is it? Wow. Oh, what a ball. They don't lack confidence anyway. He was just trying to float it in over the keeper, wasn't he? Keeper got back well, in fairness. Game needs another goal, wasn't it? South Africa trying to. Interesting. Lovely ball top. Looked offside to me now. He's in here. Oh, outside the box. It's hardly a red, is it? Oh, we've had our first red card. Last man take it outside the box. Wow. First game, red card. Did very clever. Look the way he played the ball across him to draw the foul. Very clever. Very, very clever. We talk about that so much, don't we? Big up there. Very clever the way he played it across him in order to draw the foul. He's a good player, that Gutiérrez is. He knows his ball, doesn't he? They lie, they cheat, they steal, don't they? Eddie Guerrero, baby. R.I.P. 100%. 100%. Somewhere Eddie Guerrero's up there now smiling down on this, isn't he? That's going to be tough now. You could see Mexico here scoring a few now, couldn't you? I would have thought precision. Is he going to go under the wall with it? There's no one at the back of that wall, so there isn't. He's probably going to go under the wall. Is the wall going to jump? He tried it. He tried it. Oh. Gallardo, he was way off it. Should have put it back in. Should have put it back in. I think Jimenez was trying to do it. He just got a bit too much height on it. I think he was trying to put it under. He thought they were going to jump. They did jump, but he brought it up too high. I think that's what he was trying to do. No, the clip was, it started outside. The coming together started outside. Triple A doing a watch along for this game. What's on your clock so I can sync it up? I'm on 51, 57, 58, 59, 52 minutes right now. 52. If you're watching it on RTE, you're probably synced up. Oh, there he is. Look. Canelo. What a boxer. What a boxer. And if there was ever a guy that bleeds Mexico, Canelo is the guy, isn't he? His entrances, everything, the whole lot. This is going to be very difficult now for South Africa. They're on the cover. That 6 I was talking about, the guy providing the protection cut out there. Although it's going to be very difficult for South Africa to counter now, isn't it, with the man down. 3-5-2. I'd have to go 3-4-2 now or something like that. I'd love to change it up. Might make a few changes. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just over 53. I'm just over 53 now. I'm 53, 10, 11, 12. Now 53, 15. So that's where I am, folks. Oh, lovely switch ball. Oh, too much. Don't worry about that, though. It's only 35 seconds. No biggie, brother. No biggie. No hassle, brother. No hassle. It's weird, isn't it, that like RTE, you'd be X amount of seconds ahead of me, and there's a minute ahead, and yet we're all watching it on RTE, I presume. What's the? It's a good shot, but no real issue. Smash up the likes, folks. Smash up those bad boys. South Africa's still pressing well. Had to be. So they're going what, one up top. One up top, and they're going to try and restore the five in midfield. Hasn't been in the game at all, really. Should he haven't? Front man. That's a real risky ball. Oh, clever the way they draw the foul, isn't it? Clever the way they draw the foul. Don't forget, folks, we'll be on your screens tomorrow night. Shelbourne versus Shamrock Rovers in the League of Ireland, and we'll obviously keep an eye on what's going on in the World Cup as well. Might be able to set up a duel or something like that. I'll see. Mexico would love a second one here, wouldn't they? Kill off South Africa. It's It's insane, isn't it? It's insane. They're eventually going to have to do something, aren't they? The way the market's going, they're eventually going to have to do something because this is absolutely insane. These, like, they're throwing around these 100 millions now. It's crazy. Throwing around 100 millions and all for players that are nowhere near that kind of valuation. That's insane. What did they sign Tonali for? Am I thinking they signed Tonali for like 35 or something like that, was it? Does 35 ring a bell, do we know? Check it out, Acers. What did they sign Tonali for? Newcastle. Was it 35 or 40 million or something? All World Cup live at 8 p.m. on the upper tier. Absolutely. There you go. 100%. 100%. Keto. I've seen a lot of rumours going around that Liverpool have submitted a bid for Yan Diamande. I think they've made wordy all right. What do you make of them as well? Are they really exploring this option to bring Jarrell Quansah back? Lovely ball in there on his own. Oh, just too much. It's mad at that angle. You see it coming in. You think he's just absolutely going to upend it into the net. Look. Just a bit too much on it. The one thing they haven't mentioned, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there, with the Azteca Stadium as well, isn't there an altitude thing to it as well? If I remember rightly. Maybe I'm wrong now. They're doing well at bringing the ball out here, South Africa. Oh, was a good idea. It was a good idea. $60 minutes gone, folks, and it's kind of more of the same. They paid 70 million, did they? God, I didn't think it was that high. They paid 70 million. I am shocked. I'm flabbergasted at that. €70 million. Yeah, I was off anyway. I didn't. God, I can't believe that. €70 million. What's €70 million? About 55 million pounds, is it? Wow, I didn't think it was that high now. Wow. How do we feel about like 100 million for Tonali? Like, he's a decent player, all right, but like 100 million. But like the market's gone insane. Listen to a podcast there the other day, and I think it was a gal on the terrace made the point that 50 million now is the new squad player, which is absolutely insane. 50 million for a squad player. Crazy. Even if you're trying to build a real 65, it can't be 65 million pounds. 70 million euros is about, is it not about, it's about 60, is it? Doesn't matter anyway. I was way off. I was thinking somewhere around 35, 40. That's insane. That's insane. 100 million for Tonali. They're asking huge money as well. I mean, look what's happening with Elliot Anderson as well. And the problem is, as well, is if a team jumps on that, if a team presses the button on that as a transfer, then it ripples right through the whole market. Then everything else jumps up 5, 6, 7, 10 million as well. You know? Alex Scott. Alex Scott Keith, yeah. See, this is the problem, that the market has gone mental, mental, absolutely crazy. Unless teams turn around and they start playing the cop on card, like, you know what I mean? Because it's crazy. Look, we know how good some of these players are. We know Elliot Anderson's a good player. Wharton's a good player. We know Tonali's a good player. We know Bruno Guimaraes is a good player. There's lots of really, really good players. But fuck me, 100 million. Like. And then Forest turning down, what was it, 106 million for Elliot Anderson? Like, who would have thought that? Like, they're not overtaking it. No one's paying that type of wage for Elliot Anderson. If they do, as I said already, if they do press the button on some of these transfers, the market will be a shambles this summer. Because there will be literally nothing out there of any type of reasonable value at all. Everything will just level up. Because you know yourself, everything gets dragged up from those initial big ones and stuff like that, and also crazy. Imagine the opportunity for you at the moment if you're young enough and you're a professional footballer and you show any bit of flair at all. The figures on the numbers are insane. And it's not just 100 million and whatever the terms is. Well, look, they have to give away the ball again here, again, Mexico. Oh, it was a good idea. Unlucky. It was typo. Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's Alex Scott. I knew that, Keith. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just mental. It's just mental. Crazy. But the thing about it, Acers, is no team should be in the market. Oh, this is the 17-year-old boy coming on. The youngest, isn't he? The youngest player at the tournament. But like, no one should be in the market. No one should be in the market for that type of money. Eventually, I think the Premier League are going to have to do something. They're going to have to put in some sort of a structure or something like that, because it's just, what are we? Are we a couple of years from 200 million? Are we a couple of years away from 300 million, 400 million? When does it end? When does it end? And then if the market's going that way, then what does that mean then for teams who have to level up? And, then you hear fans giving out shit about ticket prices and all. And, fans like ourselves who travel over who are being absolutely priced out of going to see their team in general. You know, how is that sustainable? Mexico here, out wide. Needs to get someone in there. Lovely ball in. Oh, what a goal! Raul Jimenez, back post. What a goal. I couldn't be happier for him. I couldn't be happier for him. What a goal. That's amazing. Brilliant. He's hardly off, is he? That'd be a sickener if he's off. Look at the emotion. Love it. Well done, Raul Jimenez. Well done. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Wow. Lovely finish. Lovely header. No chance. Look at the fans. That's amazing. That's amazing. Look, everyone getting in on it. And I would say that is that. That's fantastic. It's great to see. Oh, they're taking the old cooling break, hydration break. Really, Madrid put in 150 million for Julian Alvarez. Absolutely crazy. It feels as well, doesn't it, in the market, folks, that like a lot of teams have a lot of work to do in the market in order to make up ground. Here we go. Here's the ref cam, is it? Raul Jimenez picking it up and then sprinting back post. Look at the ref cam here on this. Let's see it. That ref cam is quality, lads, isn't it? That's quality. Gives us a real insight, doesn't it? Really good. Really good. Yeah, Raul, yeah. Love the ref cam. It's class, isn't it, Keith? It's really good, isn't it? Another good goal, all right. Yeah, real good team goal. Wins it, lays it off, and sprints to the back post. Are we getting a little? Is there a dribble of rain coming down or something? Is there a little dribble? Not too sure. What a fantastic goal. South Africa were lucky it's only 2-0 at the moment. People forgetting they hosted the 10 World Cup and those dreadful Vivisailers. I like that stuff, Anton. I like that because I like we cover the AFCON on the channel as well and all, and I like the cultural side of the African nations and stuff like that and all. And I know they got a bit annoying at times and stuff like that, but it's part of the culture and stuff like that. So I let it slide. I don't mind it really. But I could see why it would do your head in. The Vivisailers. 20 minutes ago, folks, 2-0 to Mexico. Raul Jimenez picking up the second goal on 66. Quinones on 8. Quite a space between both goals. Could have been another 2 or 3 at least. This could be 5. I think you could say that I think the sending off has had an influence, and it has had an influence, but really, there just isn't that quality in that South African side against this Mexican side. This is a feeling of kind of endeavor versus, football IQ, really. Mexico. What a ball. What a ball. We're not slowing down, right? Oh, offside. Is he off? Just very marginal. Very marginal. Looked tight enough, didn't it? What do we think, chap? Looked tight enough? Yeah, ref cam is legal, isn't it? They will be on the tequila tonight. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, absolutely. That was the thing about it, wasn't it? I did guess 2-1, so I'd say it'll be wrong on that. Glad I've no money on it. Yeah. Possible penalty here coming up, is there? I don't know. I don't know. Would you give a pen on that? That's not a pen, is it? How are you going to give a pen for that? Yeah. Right decision. That would have been harsh as a pen, wouldn't it? Stepped across him. Haven't really had any of the. Oh, that's a card. It's a BC now treading the line, isn't he? Yeah, definitely good decision on that, wasn't it? Don't forget, folks, as we said earlier, they're the first 4 watch-alongs that we're doing. And we throw Shells and Shamrock Rovers into that tomorrow night as well. We'll set that up in the morning. And then as we knock them off, I'll have a look later on into the week and see where we're going with more watch-alongs. Are any of the Scotland games on at the 8 o'clock or the 11 o'clock mark? Do you know, folks? I would like to cover 1 or 2 of the Scotland games. And certainly we'll definitely cover some of the England games. Look quite open here now, South Africa, don't they? Lovely ball play here. Oh, that's a free kick, no? Oh, look. Oh, that's a good tackle. Real good challenge there. Challenge is now going in, all right. Need some changes here. Changes coming in for South Africa. Lira coming off. He's had a couple of moments where he's had to react and stuff like that. He's done real well in that 6th position. Raul Jimenez coming off. Cool stuff. Gonzalez coming on. Well done. G-Ben Rain is going off. It's coming on. Apolis. Magoba. They're not messing around on these, sure they're not either. There's the first sign of the rules coming in, isn't it? They're pretty quick in the substitutions here now. They ain't messing around. Interesting. There we are saying it there now. They're aware. They're aware of the new rules, so that's good to see. No messing around. No time wasting. Is it 6 yellows? I didn't think it was 6 yellows, was it? The red, all right. Brazil versus Scotland, 8 p.m. Yeah, so we'll cover that one. That's for sure, 100%. Well, it is, Keith, when you're the host, and it is when you're the home team, because if you get off to a bad start, sometimes it's very difficult to recover. Very difficult. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't sleep, Keith. I wouldn't sleep on that Brazil versus Morocco. And I think Belgium and Egypt as well is going to be a real good game. And even like those 4 watch-alongs that we've picked there, Netherlands and Japan, I think will be really good. I think those 3, they're 3 really good games. I mean, if you looked at Belgium versus Egypt as a quarter-final game, Brazil versus Morocco, and Netherlands and Japan, they could all easily be quarterfinal games. Easily. You know? So we shall see. We shall see. Canona is coming off. Kids trying to play an awful lot of football here. Did well to get the free kick there, I tell you. There wasn't a huge amount in that now. Boy Moore, the young lad, he looks good. I don't know whether that was a free kick or not, do you? I think that was harsh on the young lad. There he is in there again, look. Scotland versus Morocco, yeah, we'll do that one as well. That's at 11, so we'll cover that one. I can go kind of 11 till 1. Can live with that. As long as all you guys show up. If all you guys show up, we'll do the 11 ones. I hope I'm not going to be sitting here on Saturday night down at 11 o'clock watching along all of me Todd. So make sure you boys show up. I'm liking some of the new rules so far. It keeps the pace of the game. It does, doesn't it? They should implement it with the Premier League next season. Get rid of the long throwing, etc. The problem is, Keith, with the level of the Premier League refereeing, they can barely enforce the rules as it is. If you start adding on extra, and you know what we've seen with the Premier League referees as well, what happens is they'll go and they'll enforce the rule, for the first 3-4 weeks of the season, and then they backtrack on it when the narrative doesn't suit and all. So we've seen it time and time again. Just remember they brought in the rule last season that no one's supposed to talk to the ref, only the captain, and they still surround the ref and talk to him and everything else. So I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to call, really. Germany 8 p.m. on Sunday. Germany 8 p.m. on Sunday. What one am I doing on Sunday? Have I got a game on Sunday? So am I doing an earlier one or something? Or did I pick the wrong one? Let me see now what I did. Let me check it out. Saturday, Brazil, Morocco is at 11. I picked that over Qatar and Switzerland. And then Sunday. You're saying Germany 8 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, against Curacao. So I didn't pick that game. That's at 6 Acers. You got it down there for 6. It's at 6 p.m. According to this, 1800. And then we're doing the 9 o'clock one. We're doing Netherlands versus Japan. That's the one I picked for Sunday. I didn't think there'd be a huge amount of interest in Germany, Curacao. Possible red card here. Hang on. I don't know. Is there a lot in that? Folks? But he tried to shoulder, like the Mexican player bumped into him first. I think I think that would be very harsh. But I mean, the Mexican player's bumping into him as well. No, I don't know. I think that would be harsh. I don't think that. I mean, the Mexican player bumped him first now. Are we seeing that as a red? He's going to get a red, isn't he? going to get a red here. God. Wow. I don't know, lads. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that one? I mean, the Mexican player shoved into him first and bumped him first, like. I don't know about that now. The only thing is they're reviewing the reviews are pretty quick as well, aren't they? I'd say the Yanks are cracking up watching the World Cup, trying to figure out how football works and no ad breaks. Well, they might be getting ad breaks, Keith, because you know the way they do the in-ad breaks. So the coverage over in the States could be that you're getting a little Budweiser ad up in the corner or something like that. 2 red cards. Imagine the odds. I'd say it was crazy, Ted. I think that's very soft. What do we think, folks? Soft. Ted, what do you think? Soft? Think it was a red? Acers is thinking brown envelope. Rough on them as well going into the next games now as well. Yeah, I think that's very harsh. I think the Mexican player went to body check him first, didn't he? And he kind of came around him like that. I'm not saying he didn't land the slap, but I mean, come on now. Run it back. Jay Uso, baby, run it back. Yeah, I think so as well, Anto. Do you think he yellow at most? I think that second red card is. I hope that's not what. I hope this is not going to way just the way it's going to turn out now. Need the boy Gonzalez that was subbed on for Jimenez to take one shot for 95 quid. Nice. What else did you have in it, Ted? Just to take one shot. That'd be a nice start for you, Ted, wouldn't it? Yeah, thank God this is not Netflix with those ad breaks. Tell you they should do the same thing on Netflix. Just do the in ads. You know where you get the little sort of ad in the corner. You know that way. That could affect South Africa for the next game losing to play. 100%, 100%. Those kind of decisions are kind of decisions that put teams out of the tournament. I thought it was harsh. I looked at it first and I thought the Mexican player went to obstruct him, body check him first as he was going through, and he just kind of moved around on it. Like an Eddie J chair special. Absolutely, 100%. Mom, Nick Gonzalez for Ted for 95 quid. Put a ball in there. Unlucky there, Ted. Just couldn't get it set on his feet. Real opportunity here for that boy Moore. Oh, he was about to unload, wasn't he? He was about to rifle that ball into your man's mush. This lad's losing his mind. Can't wait to get out here. Here's the ref look. That ain't a red card, lads. That's that. Yeah, but it's not a red card. Come on, Ray. Come on, Razor. Keep it 100 there, will you? That's not a red card. Well, let's see. You get the super sub there. The bet originally was Jimenez to score or assist, Jaden Adams to be booked. Jimenez 2 shots on target and 5 shots in total. Jimenez did all his other bits and had 4 shots. Okay, so then it rolled on to the boy Gonzalez. South African player thought he was doing Obafemi tactics. I don't think there was that in that. That's a rough one, isn't it? Ref cam off the foul coming up. Yeah, I don't. What do you think after looking at that? I don't. That was like 6-1, really, wasn't it? My mate put a €50 bet on for the Netherlands to win the World Cup at 16-1. The Netherlands. Did I read as well? Urian Timber's gone home. Broke down injuries, gone home. Urian Timber. And obviously, Xavi Simons is missing as well. A few players missing. What's the Netherlands good enough for, folks? Quarterfinals? I would have thought quarterfinals. Yeah, 100% on that, wouldn't it? No way. Yeah, I hope this is not. I hope this is not what's ahead for the next 3 to 4 weeks. That's not even look. You could look at the way he was even looking when he moved the arm around. It's not violent conduct. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't turn to hit him in the mush. You know what I mean? I think it's harsh. I think that's harsh for me. Last 8 for sure. Holland, Netherlands. Holland have no midfield or attack. There we go. Where do you think they get the Acers? What are you thinking? 16? 16? If Spain wins, I get 200, 120, 120 of second and 60 of third. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's decent. That's decent. Because you got a real good chance. I mean, you wouldn't back against Spain getting to a semi-final, would you? Seven minutes added on, folks. 7 minutes coming up. US Open on next week. Yep. We'll have the British Open coming up soon as well, won't we? Two red cards. Short World Cup for South Africa, yeah, 100%. What'd you make, David, the second one? Thought the second one was harsh, no? Thought it was only a yellow. Oh. Ted, you're screaming for this shot, are you? He's fading the ball in, but it seems like when the ball comes into him, he's kind of like he's being marshaled, so he's having to kind of recycle it a bit. No. Oh. Has to be a card as well. Now there's players around. There's players. Look. This is the thing. Red card. What's the red card for? This is mental, lads. Can he call that last man? Is he being denied a goal scoring opportunity, really? At that angle? What are we thinking there, folks? Where do you think Brazil or England will finish? Don't know. Don't know, really. Here's a kind of show. I wouldn't be surprised if either of them aren't in the semis. 3 red cards, another card, Ted. It's insane, isn't it? Talking about going from one way to the other way. Wow. Mexico red card. Yeah, harsh red, but thing is, they've been chopping them down all game. They have, but also this was definitely. It must be terrible that, like, you know, you're playing all year and you're working towards a World Cup spot. You get into the squad, and then all of a sudden, What's going on here? Lads, you're 2-0 down with 4 minutes ago. Will you give over? It's the first time that lad's got off the bench, isn't it? Third red card. What's the narrative going to be? What's the narrative? Montez forward. Another red. Wow. It's getting insane, isn't it? It's getting insane, lads, isn't it? I don't know whether we wanted to go this way, did we? Did we want to go this way? What did they say on that last red, folks? Did they say it was denying? That's shocking. Are they saying it's was it over a yeah, absolutely. 100% Acers. England semi-finals, Brazil quarters. Shouted. Houghton's gas, isn't he? Houghton's on commentary here on RT, and he's turning around and he's going, oh, that was petulant all about that second red card and all this kind of thing. Then he's sitting there going, 3 red cards. I didn't think it was that type of game. What the fuck are you on about? Look, you've been advocating for it. You've been advocating for that second red card, which to me was only a yellow. Now you're talking about, it didn't seem like that type of game. I don't know. Should be a penalty, but it's just inside the box of yellow. It's outside. It's a blatant red. These values are short for tomorrow, these red cards. Man, the fuck Gonzalez. What have we got left? Just over 2 minutes. I don't think that was in doubt at any stage, you know. I don't think. You got the score right, did you? 2-0. Good shout. Good shout. What's the car? I want to see what the car count in on this. This is insane. This is madness. Three yellows and 3 reds. 3 yellows and 3 reds. That's mad. That is mad. That is mad. If you can get this down, Ted, you might get your shot. If you can pick him out. Don't think anyone did, Keith. I don't think anyone was calling it that. Some of the Irish commentators on the panel in the studio are Muppets. Kenny Cunningham has become quite jarring, hasn't he? I seen the boys in the studio. They were there was a bit of one-upmanship going on, wasn't there? He says, yeah, the Latino world order, baby. Latino world order. Yeah, none of them was a second yellow, yeah. And that second one, that second one, is that going because of violence? Is that going? That's full time, folks. 2-0 to Mexico. Raul Jimenez and Quinones with the goals. That's a tough day's work for South Africa, isn't it? And that second one is violent conduct, isn't it? That's what they're putting down to. So if that's violent conduct, well, then he's going to miss 2 games. He's gone then, isn't he? I don't know. Unlucky, Ted. Unlucky, pal. Fair play to the players playing in that weather. Full-time Mexico win, yeah. Do you think the cards were justified? Absolutely. I don't know what they're calling. The last one, I presume they're calling denying of a goal-scoring opportunity, are they? So I don't know. You normally wouldn't call it there that wide, would you, with players running into the box? And the second one I thought was very harsh. I thought it was at best a yellow. So I don't know. I hate listening to Ronnie Whelan. He's god awful to listen to. So negative. Mexico, top of the group. It's a big opportunity here for Korea then, isn't it? Big opportunity here for Korea now after that. Serious crowd. Oh, look at that. Serious crowd. Yeah. That's it, folks. If you could smash up the likes if you're on the way out and stuff like that. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to clock off now. I will catch you tomorrow night. We'll bring you Shells versus Shamrock Rovers. And we'll keep an eye on Canada as well. But until next time, folks, talk to you again real soon. Cheers.